Hello everyone, this is Maher Abraham. In this audio chapters, we're going to cover chapter 5. It's more like miscellaneous here, days, months, weather, color, directions. And this is what we're going to cover in this chapter audio. Learning about how we're going to say the horoscope in Surah. Classical word for this one is mlushe, but most people they called burga or burge, and honestly we have no j. You heard people say it burje, okay, or burj for one, using like Arabic accent for pronouncing this one. Burga. Ge always sounds j, so we're gonna say burja or burje. To say any horoscope, we're gonna say burga and then de and then the name of that one. For example, burgad area. Okay. For example, Leo, we're gonna say burgad area. So I'm gonna just read those in order from top to the bottom as is shown in that page. I'm just gonna say the Syriac name to move on. Imra, Taura, Ta'ama, Sartana, Arya, Thulta, Masatha, Aqarwa, قشطة قدية دلوة نونة. شحلابة, how we gonna, the seasons, how we gonna say شحلابة? For winter we say sitwa. Spring, you may hear different words for that one, but the popular one is rabi'a and Rabi'. Rabi' is more like Arabic accent, but Rabi'a, Rabi' or Beth Nisane. Beth Nisane. Nisan, as we're gonna learn in a few moments, in a few pages, about the months, Nisan is April, which is very important month in our culture. So we call it Beth Nisane. Summer, Qeta. Fall, Tishriye. Again, Tishriye, we have 2 months. They start with Tishrin. So we're gonna have Tishrin Qamaya and Tishrin Kharaya, October and November. So that's where this fall comes from. The name of fall comes from Tishriye in a plural. The water status here, Shekhnuthed Maya. Shekhnutha means temperature, Maya means water. I'm going to read each one of those in a masculine, then feminine, and then I'm going to put it in a plural. However, some of them, they don't have a plural one. So we need to pay attention to that. Glida, glifta, glide. Telga, telge. Qarira, qararta, qarir. Pashua, pashu'ta, pashu'e. شخينة شخنت شخين. خميمة خممت خميم. رثاخة, I don't have feminine, رثيخ. Again, a note here that most of the Syriac speakers use telga, which means snow, for both snow and ice. honestly, ice, it should be glida, but some people always use telga for both of them. Also, shakhina and khamima used to describe the weather status too. In the weather status in the next page, I'm just gonna go over the Syriac word here for you. Sisarta, I'm starting from the top, bottom. Sisarta. For thunder, I have gergoma. Also, it says ra'da. Ra'da is the sounds of the thunder. Now, if I need to put this one in a plural, gergomta as a feminine, gergomta, and gergmiatha. So, if the sounds of thunder is gergomta, which is a feminine, gergomyatha, which is in a plural. The next one, birqa, birqe, as a plural. If you see the slash, that means I have singular and plural as well. So I'm going to read those right after each, both of them and when we have that. The next one is qarsina, frost is qarsina. Al-ala, storm. Pokhana, shimshana. Mutra is rain, rainy, mutrana. Now probably you're going to see how we do the adjective of the noun, and we're going to study this one later by adding something at the end. Just like English, we add something like ly, y by itself, tion. So all this is similar in Sureth. We can make adjective from noun. Like when we say windy, pokhana, it's coming from pocha. Pocha is wind, pokhana is windy. Sunny, shimshana, okay, shimshana means from sun, shimsha. Shimsha is sun, sunny, shimshana. Mutra, mutrana. Kheputha, fog. Telgana, it's coming from telga, telgana. Wed, here I have about 6 words to use or to describe the wed. So of course, masculine, feminine, and plural. Talila for feminine, talilta for group, talile. Also, we say tirya, tritha, tirye. And finally, ratiwutha, ratiwutha. Do you see that beth has a dot underneath it? It sounds W, ratiwutha. It's hard to say. Sometimes people, they're going to say ratibutha, ratibutha. They put it B, just like a Western dialect, ratibutha. Do you see how exactly this Western and Eastern dialect are very close and they use words from here and there? That's exactly how the language is, and it's been used for almost now 3,000 years. Examples, I have here Arizona summer is very hot. قيطد Arizona إلى خميمة. خميمة means very hot. Okay, we're gonna study that too. ستwood Michigan قريرة إلى وتلقانا. بحار Michigan مطرانة إلى وبسيمة. The colors gone. Well, I'm going to read the Syriac one, starting from the right column as masculine, and then I'm going to give feminine a singular form, And the next column is going to be in the plural. The first one I'm going to read is masculine plural, and the second will be feminine plural. The meaning is already there for you if you look at that page. First one, koma, komta, come, komiata. Khwara, khwarta, khware, khwariatha. Yaruqa, yaruqta, yaruqe, yaruqyatha. Smoqa, smokta, smoqe, smoqyatha. Sha'utha, sha'uthta, sha'uthe, sha'uthyatha. Zarqa, zarqe, zarqe, zarqyatha. Banawsha, banawshta, banawsh, banawshiatha. Wardaya, wardetha, wardayi, wardiyatha. Examples. Give me 5 red apples, please. I'm talking to the second person male. هل لي 5 خبوش سموق بخيرخ. Now pay attention to this one. This one is already described or in the bottom of the second example. هل لي 5, more than one. So the noun is going to be in a plural. Khabushe. That is normal. Okay? Because name could be or noun could be in a plural. Khabushe, apple, apples. Now the thing is new to English reader that red, smoke is now in a plural. Okay? Smoke in a plural. Bkheruch, please. Bkheruch means please. Now, second example, I'm going to study the second example and I'm going to explain both of them later on. This is a white car. هذه إلى سيارة خورته. Now, before I'm going to explain this one, siyara is a loaner word from Arabic. Okay? So, we use siyara for car. Now, if you look at this one, in the first example, I have a plural apples, 5 of them, and this, they are masculine, and then smoke, they come in a plural too. Honestly, plural always are in same for male and female, except some of them, like malpanyatha, okay? Not always, again, always we have exception. They're gonna come. But because khabush is masculine, so it's gonna be smoke in a masculine too. This is a white car. Look at this one. White car. Car is a feminine in Syriac. And so we're going to use the feminine color for that one. Adi ila siyara khwarta. So both of them are in a singular form. So both of them, they're going to be in a singular form. It means siyara is in a singular, so the color is going to be in a singular. Now, you're going to say, can I use for color komta, komiatha, khwarta, khwariatha? Yes, as a feminine, something like, more specific, I have a feminine thing together as a group, as a plural. So, and they are in a black color. So what I'm going to say komiatha, khwariatha, smoqyatha, sha'uthyatha. So you can say that as well, as is shown there. But in general, we use for both of them the same, which is going to be in the plural, in the masculine form as well. And in the spoken, honestly, you don't need, because sometimes not everything is the same gender. Directions. As you see in a picture here, the diagram or the illustration picture, I have the four directions, and also I have in the middle where it says northeast and so on. So I'm gonna go from the top, north, going to right, okay, moving like clockwise, just like moving to the right in a circle, and I'm gonna read the four directions first, the first two, and then I will read the middle one. So I'm gonna say north, and then east, and then I'm gonna say the northeast. And pay attention how exactly I'm gonna say the northeast. Just again, right to left. Pay attention to that word. So north, Garibia. East, Madinha. Northeast in English, so it's gonna, in Surat is gonna be east north. So with a little bit different in the end of east is gonna be Madinhai Garibia. Do you see that alap changed to Yoth? And we put the second one, Garibia north, as is. So I'm gonna repeat those three again and move on with the rest. Garibia north, Madinha east, northeast, Madinhai Garibia. Again, east is Madinha, south is Tayyimna, Madinhai Tayyimna, southeast. South again is Tayyimna, west is Ma'arwa, southwest is Ma'arwai Tayyimna. West is Ma'arwa, north is Garibia, northwest is Ma'arwai Garibia. More directions. I'm going to read from right column moving into the left column in the Syriac. So I'm going to start from the right. Yamne. The next one, back or behind, Bathra. Rahuqa. Resha. Elaya. Elteikh. Dipna. Moving into the left side, left, Asr. Also, some villages they call it Cheppe. Qama. Qariwa. Also Qurba. Khotha. Takhtaya. El. And Darqul. How are we going to ask for directions? Where is your house located? I'm talking to male, female, and a group. Honestly, Betha is, even if you can say Bethuch for masculine, second person, Bethach, but in general, Betha is a family, and we put it in a masculine form, okay, when we ask them. Eka ile bethochun. Eka ile bethochun. Even though I'm asking one person, male or female, I'm going to put house in a plural. Eka ile bethochun. Now, you're going to say, it's wrong if I'm going to say Eka ile bethuch. No, it is not. Or Eka ile bethach for female. Honestly, no, it is not wrong, but we prefer to say the house as a group because a house or betha is a family in culture. My house is across the street from the church. بيتي إلى درقل إيتا. إي بخد أمرتي إيكا إلى بيت كريه بخيرخ. سي عدل وذ يمنه. C is for second person male. Se for second person female. So when noon is silent is for plural. However, we're going to learn the imperative verb in chapter 7, and we're going to cover those as well. The days. Now open the book for chapter 5 where it says the days. Days yomatha, days of the week, yomathet shaptha. So days as in a plural form, yomatha or yome, you can say that too, yomatha. Singular is yoma, yoma. Shaptha means week, and also we're going to learn that Shaptha, when it's joined Yom Shaptha, it's going to mean Saturday. We're going to discuss that one just in a minute. The first day of the week in Surat is Sunday. Except the Friday, Ruta, and Saturday, Shaptha, days are formed with numbers and the phrase Shabba. In a week, where Beth is pronounced W. For example, one is a Kha and Sunday is Cho Shaba. Two is Tre and Monday is Tre Ushaba. Tre Ushaba. Yoma, day, Yome or Yomatha, days, is a masculine noun in Syriac, and the following are the days of the week. We start from Sunday, Yomatha, the first column, and then in a plural, and the meaning is already there for you. Choshaba, and the plural could be Choshabe. Sometimes people they say Choshabwatha. Treushaba, Treushabe. Tlathushaba, Tlathushabe. Arbushaba, Arbushabe. Khamshushaba, Khamshushabe. Ruta, Rutiatha. Shaptha, Shabatha. How are we going to pronounce days? To say on Sunday, you say Yoma, proceed the preposition letter Deleth, in meaning here of, proceed the name of the day. So on Sunday is going to be Yoma Tchoshaba. To say next Tuesday, here we're saying next, you add the preposition letter Deleth, proceed the word Athe. Athe is in a masculine form, which means next or to come. Why is going to be in a masculine form? Because it refers to the day which is masculine. So we're going to say on next Tuesday, we're going to say Yoma Dutlathushaba D'Athe. To say this Friday, you say Avi. Avi, which means this, in a feminine form, and the reason is refer to the Friday. So you're going to say Avi Ruta. Ruta is a feminine. If we're going to add Yoma, we're going to say Ai Yoma Ruta. Why? Because we're referring to the Yoma, so it's going to be Ai, which means this in a masculine form. Most of the time, the word adhi, this, in the feminine form, pronounced adh, means signing the last letter or remove the hwasa at the end. Okay, so it's going to be adhruta for short. Also, you can say yomadruta, proceed deleth, okay, which means which in this case, proceed ile, which means is in a masculine form, proceed be for the ing to say this coming Friday. This coming Friday. So how are we gonna say that? Yoma de ruta de ile bithaya. De ile bithaya. The word ile, which means is in a masculine form because Yoma Day is a masculine. Now you're going to say, do we have is in a feminine form? Yes. And it is Ila for feminine. To say on Saturday, you say it just like you say any day. Yoma it Sheptha. Sheptha here means has two meanings. If it says Yom et Sheptha, means Saturday, the day of Saturday. But what about if I need to say also week, which means Sheptha too? So to say next week, you say Sheptha, proceed a preposition deleth, and proceed the verb athia. Here, athia, next, come, is a feminine form. Why? Because Sheptha is a feminine. So we're going to say Shepthad athia. And the same thing we can say Shepthad ila bithaya as a continues, coming. Shepthad ila bithaya. Ila here, because Sheptha is a feminine, ila here is, which means is in a feminine form, because Sheptha is a feminine. Some examples on the next page, more practicing example. Sunday is the Lord's Day. Khoshaba ile yomad Maria. Khoshaba ile yomad Maria. The next one, Zilli Santiago Yoma de Tlathusha Betfitle. Zilli Santiago Yoma de Tlathusha Betfitle. Again, we don't have F, but P, most of the time we pronounce it just like a Western dialect, F. Pidle, it should be Pidle, but we say Fitle. Last example, Rutet Fitla Ithwalan Archibethan. Look at this one here. Ruta et Fitla in the feminine. Fitla, the past, now is in the feminine. Why? Because Ruta is a feminine. Ithwalan Archibetha. Bethan, sorry. Now, if you pay close to the two examples we have, the previous one, when we say Yoma de Tlathusha but Fitle, you see Fitle is in a past verb or tense. So this is for masculine, Fitle. Now, if you look at the last one, Fitla, you will see a big dot above the he, the last letter. Here, this indicate for feminine. This verb for feminine, and also apply to something with third person female to have. Okay, to own that thing. And we're going to discuss this one in chapter 6. The next one, the months. Just going to go over the name of the month, and you can read exactly how those names or why they name them like this. Syriac or Surayi year is, or New Year, starts April 1st, and it's known by Akito. So the New Year is April 1st, the first one April, Nisan, May, Iyar. You see here Iyar, the second alap has two vowels, and in fact is qapa and hwasa, and is kind of exception because we cannot have two vowels, or we cannot, let's say we cannot have a vowel over a vowel. But as we learn in chapter 3 that E, hwasa, is a special, and we can start syllables with E, with the hwasa. June, Hziran, Tammuz, July, Ab, August, Elul, September, Tishrin Qamaya, October, Tishrin Kharaya, November, Kanun Qamaya, December, Kanun Kharaya, January, Shbat, February, Adar, March. How we pronounce date. Now we learn about the month. We already learned about the numbers in Surah chapter 4. Let's see how we can put those together to pronounce the date. The phrase or the statement we use to ask what is today's date, it is Ukma biyarcha il idyu. Ukma, again we're gonna learn those name of the questions later on. Ukma means how many. Ukma biyarcha il idyu. How many in a month is today? That's literally what it means. What is today's date? Okay, to know more about this one, and you know that the number is related to the male and female, especially at the 1 to 10. So we need to know yercha is a masculine or feminine. By looking at the yercha, as we already studied last chapter or last chapter 4, yercha does not end with a tau alap. You know, or with some exception we do have that one, but yercha here is a masculine. That is yercha in a singular is a masculine. Yerche or yerche months, and again they are in a masculine. To read the date in Syriac, first you say the number in a masculine form, proceed by b. B, which means in this case, and the word yercha, month. So it's going to be together, biyercha, biyercha. And again, we're going to proceed the daleth of, then the name of the month. However, I'm reading this one to you. For next examples, I'm not going to read the description. I'm just going to jump into example. So if I have, for example, here, June 5th, so we're going to say Khamsha. Again, we are right to left, right? So it's going to be 5 June. Khamsha biyarkhid hziran, which means 5 in the month of June. Khamsha biyarkhid hziran. Look at the beth before yarkha and d before the name of the month June, hziran. Okay, can we omit yarkha? Yes, we can omit yarkha. We can just say the number, the day, the number, and then b. We move now b from yarkha to the name of the month. For example, if I want to say September 11, I can say Khadeser b'ilul. Khadeser b'ilul. Now, even though our months start with the April, Okay, our year start with an April, but when we come to use like number to represent the months 1 to 12, we start one, just like international system. The first month is, or month 1 is January. So I hope this one is not going to confuse you. Let's say that our fiscal year start with the April, and every country they have, even every company, they have fiscal year to start with their financial thing. And but as a nation, we're not going to call it a fiscal year. It's more like a special event for us is a new year. It's a day of life start in the spring. So we start with April 1st as a new year as a nation. Okay, so we use again international number just to match the international system of the month. So we start January is the first, or number 1, sorry, as a month. Why I'm giving this introduction here, for in case we have a date, for example, to read 8/10, which means August 10 as a number, we can say أسرة بيرخد 8. أسرة means 10, بيرخى in the month, 8, 8. So which one is the 8th month? Again, now when we use the number, remember that we are using the international system here starting from January 1, or January as a month 1. إسرة بيرخد 8. Pronouncing a full date, month, day, year. We already studied how to say the year before. Now we already learned how to say the day and month. I think we can put all this together. So we're gonna start with the day, and then the month, and then the year. Okay? Example, April 12, 1979. How I'm gonna read it? I'm gonna say تريسر بيرخد نيسان بشاتد ألبا وتشقى أما وشوئي وتشع. Let's just study this one. تريسر بيرخد نيسان. 12 in the month of April. Pshata in the year. The Alpa of 1000. وتشقى أما and 900. وشوئي وتشقى 79. Sorry, وشوئي وتشع 79. Now Tisha here is in the feminine. Why? Because the number from 1 to 10, and Shata is a feminine, so it's going to be a feminine form. Now can we say this date, year, and month with a short version, just like omitting the month, omitting the year from there? Yes, we can say. I can say تريسر بنيسان تري ألبو تشام وشوئي وتشع. So I omit the yercha, I omit the shata from this statement. Another example, October 20th, 2007. Here we're going to say إسري بيرخد تشرين قمايا تري ألبو وإشوا. I can say إسري بتشرين قمايا تري ألب وإشوا for short. Examples in the bottom of that page. يرخد كانون قمايا إلي يرخى قريرة. أنا هويلي بيرخد إير. I was born in May. قاود يرخد نيسان كنبلي إيذد أمثن وإيتن. The next one, April 1st, is our nation New Year. خاب نيسان إلي إيذد ريش الشاتن. Next one, إذا تقوبل طيبوثا كنابل بيوم خمشوشابا خرايا من تشرن خرايا. Thanksgiving is قوبل طيبوثا. Thanksgiving day or holiday. إذا تقوبل طيبوثا كنابل بيوم خمشوشابا خرايا من تشرن خرايا. Tishrin Kharaya is November as a month. And last one, طلث روتيا ثقمايد يرخد أنا التشولة. More words. I'm going to start with the right column, starting from tomorrow and going down in that column and then moving into the left. I'm going to read the Syriac words. Sapra, Ramsha, Pelgidioma, Tawa, Tawa Tawe, Nicha Nicha, Qalula, Qissa Qissa. Also some people they say Khissa Khissa. Shopa, Akha, Maria, Psasa, Arpapa, Raqiqa, Daqiqa, or we say Qatinta too, but Daqiqa is more used. Shetha, Yoma, Lele, Shaptha, Yerkha, Shatakwishta, Dara, Daha, Timmel, Idyu,